ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
ॐ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति
गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये
दक्षिणामूर्तये
नमः।
नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
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 अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे
परम्पराम्।
गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु
ॐ
सहना भवतु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सहनौ भुनक्तु
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै
सह
वीर्यङ्करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति
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 शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं
ॐ
पार्थाय
प्रतिबोधितां
प्रतिबोधितां भगवता
नारायणेन
नारायणेन
स्वयं
स्वयं
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन
व्यासेन
ग्रथितां
ग्रथितं
पुराणमुनिना
पुराणमुनिना
मध्ये
मध्ये
महाभारतम्।
महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं
भगवतीम्
भगवतीम्
अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब
त्वामनुसन्तदामि
गीते
भगवद्गीते भगवद्वेषिणीम्
भवद्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
यं
यं
ब्रह्मा
ब्रह्मा
वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति
वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति
दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः
वेदैसाङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः
वेदैसङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदै
गायन्ति
गायन्ति यं
सामगाः।
सामगाः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थितगतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति योगिनः
यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
यस्यन्तं न विदुषुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः।
13th chapter 27th verse. समं सर्वेषु भूतेषु
समं सर्वेषु भूतेषु
तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरम्
तिष्ठन्तं परमेश्वरम्
विनश्यस्यु विनश्यन्तम्
विनश्यत्वम्
यः पश्यति स पश्यति
यः
पश्यति स
पश्यति
समं पश्यन् हि सर्वत्र
समं
पश्यन्ति सर्वत्र
समवस्थितमीश्वरम्
समवस्थितमीश्वरम्
न हि नस्त्यात्मनात्मानम्
न हि
नस्त्यात्मनात्मानं
ततो याति परां गतिम्
ततो याति परां
गतिम्
प्रकृत्येव च कर्माणि
प्रकृतैव च कर्माणि
क्रियमाणानि सर्वशः
क्रियमाणानि सर्वशः
यः पश्यति तथात्मानम्
यः पश्यति तथात्मानम्
अकर्तारं स पश्यति
अकर्तारं स पश्यति
तदा भूतपृथग्भावम्
यदा
भूतपृथग्भावम्
एकस्थमनुपश्यति
एकस्थमनुपश्यति
तत एव च विस्तारम्
तत एव
च विस्तारम्
ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते तदा
ब्रह्म सम्पद्यते तथा
अनादित्वात् निर्गुणत्वात्
अनादित्वात् निर्गुणत्वात्
परमात्मायमव्ययः
परमात्मायमव्ययः
शरीरस्थोऽपि कौन्तेय
शरीरस्थोऽपि कौन्तेय
न करोति न लिप्यते
न करोति न लिप्यते
So 27th verse. We have seen Bhagavan has told to Arjuna, Yaha Parmeshwaram Pashyati. So Yaha means a person, Parmeshwaram, a Ishvara, Pashyati, one who sees Ishvara. But which type of Ishvara? Sarva Bhuteshu Tishtantam, a Ishvara who is abiding in each and every being, Samam, in same pattern, is a equally. In that Ishvara, Vinashyatsu avinashyantam. The body, the gross body is subject to perish, are called Vinashyatsu. When bodies are perished, this Parmeshwaram avinashyantam, this Parmeshwara remained unchanged. Yaha pashyati, one who understands like this, saha eva pashyati, he understands correctly. That we have seen in 28th verse, Bhagavan says, Samam pashyanti, Samam pashyan hi sarvatra, Sama avasthitam Ishwaram. Same, one who says, Samam Ishwaram pashyan, one who able to see Ishwaram is everywhere. Sarvatra means everywhere. Sama avasthitam, it abides everywhere in same pattern. Is called Pashyan, means one who is seeing. It is what yesterday is present participle active. One who sees like this, that person Atmana Atmanam Nahinasti. That person doesn't destroy oneself by oneself. Tataha Param Gatim Yati. And then after that person will get ultimate end. Gatim, the meaning is end. That person will get ultimate end. Param means ultimate. The meaning is that person never comes back. That also we have seen. Last Saturday we have seen Prakriti evacha karmani Kriyamanani sarvashah. The Anvaya is Karmani Kriyamanani. Karmani means actions. Kriyamanani. This is also present, active, passive. Kriya being done. The action being done by whom? Prakrutya eva. It's being done by Prakriti only. Sarvashah, in all manner. Yaha pashyati. One who sees in this manner Atmanam Akartaram. One who knows Atma is non-doer. Atmanam is self-conscious being. One who is sitting inside is non-doer. One who looks at oneself like this, Saha eva pashyati. That person only sees correctly. We have seen up to now. Today we have to see this. Now this is actually summary of 13th chapter. That's why Bhagavan says here, Punaha api tad eva samyak darshanam shabda antarena prapanchayati. The Shankaracharya said before this verse, Punaha api, again also tadeva, that only samyak darshan, the vision of oneness, shabda antarena, by putting in different word form, prapanchayati, it explain, it elaborate. This is Shankaracharya says, Bhagavan says same thing again. And the verse is Yada means when, Yada means when, Bhuta Pruthak Bhavam. Whenever we look at each and every people and every being, they are Pruthak, as though they are separate each other. Human beings are also different, animals are also different, are called Pruthak Bhavam. Bhuta means being. So one who sees all beings in different, they are sitting differently, But in spite of sitting, they are available in different names and forms. But one who can anupashyati. Yesterday, if you remember, yesterday means last Saturday, there is a one verb is called anupashyati. Pashyati means one who sees. But anu, the meaning is after. Like if we say, Sita Ramam Anugacchati, the meaning is after. Sita walks after Rama. Same way here also Anupashyati. Then what is the meaning of Anupashyati? It is meaning is after only, but after studying Vedanta. Anupashyati. One who studies Vedanta, so after studying Vedanta, a person knows Ishvara is in Upadan Karanam, and being Upadan Karanam, here everything is nothing but Ishvara only. This is called Anupashyati. One who sees Ishvara as though they are separate, Bhuta Pruthak Bhavam, as though they are separate. Pruthak means separate, Bhuta means being, Pruthak Bhava. But still, even though they are separate, but really speaking, they say they are ekastham. They are available in one Ishvara only, ekastham. So if we say ekastham, here ekastham. Ekastham Ishvare anupashyati. Ekasmin. Ekastham means ekasmin Ishvare anupashyati. One who can able to see Ishvara in one Ishvara. Like there is, if we enter in the shop of gold, there are many ornaments, but we know these all ornaments are available because of gold only, because gold is a material cause of ornaments. Same way the material cause of all Jagat is nothing but Ishvara. So all beings, as though they are separate, like ornaments are separate, but all ornaments are available in gold, they are not separate from gold. Same way, different beings, as though they are separate, but they are available in Ekastham, Ekasmin, one common conscious being. This is called Ekasmin. And Bhagavan says, Tataha evacha vistaram. This whole manifestation in front of us is nothing but Vistar of Ishvara. It becomes as though multiply. So I would like to show, last time also I would like to show, but this is one. This is 30th verse. This is by phase. If you would like to see this, so if we say by phase means with grammar. So when the apparent separates of being means yatha bhuta pruthak bhavam, one who sees accordingly. So if I put here 1 minute, this one, no, it is won't work. So here one sees according to the teaching, and one resolving into one. It is called ekastham, and this whole is nothing but the projection of one thing, and this is the projection means vistaram in front of us. One who knows this, and if you see in grammar ways, this is like this. So yada means when, bhuta pruthak bhavam, bhut means all beings, pruthak bhavam, apparently they are separate, ekastham, they are resolved into one, ekasmin tishtati, tatah eva cha vistaram, from that Ishvara only, this is the manifestation of Ishvara, anupashyati, one according to the teaching, sees that tada, then Brahma means that Ishvara Sampadyate, that person can attain. So this is one who would like to study, Bhashyam, even grammar. I think Saturday, I have sent this link, the beautiful, each and every word is explained. So Yada in Bhashyam, Yasmin Kale, even they have translated in English also. Beautifully is given. So sometime you would like to slide over. So Bhagavan says, Tataha evacha vistaram. This all, what we are seeing in front of us is nothing but projection of Ishvara. Like in dream, when we are seeing the dream is ekastham. It is available in us only. It is the projection of our mind. Same way, whole Jagat is nothing, but it is the projection of Ishvara. One who understands this, then Bhagavan says, Tada, at that time only, at Sampadhyate means one who gains, one who attains Ishvara. Brahma means Ishvara Sampadhyate. So one who able to see the oneness, again the vision of oneness, same thing. So in Shloka Yada, the meaning is Yasmin Kale, in which time. Pruthak Bhavam, the meaning of Pruthak Bhavam, Shankaracharya is written, Bhutanam Pruthak Bhavam, the separateness of all beings, Bhutanam beings, Pruthak Bhavam, as though they are separated. And Pruthak Bhavam is called Pruthakatvam. Pruthakatvam, they are as though they are separate. But this all as though many and variegated all beings, ekastham, ekasmin, atmani sthitam. These all beings are abides, one who are situated, ekasmin atmani. Ekasmin is 1/7 in one, atmani means consciousness. All beings are abides in one consciousness. This is the meaning of ekastham. The meaning one who abides in same consciousness, anupashyati. The meaning of anupashyati, Shankaracharya is given, the meaning of anupashyati means, you can just remove. The meaning of anupashyati means Shastra Acharya Upadeshitah. It is not this just they have picked up this vision, but they have Shastra, so they have listened. Shastra is called Shastra. But how can they study? We can say study Shastra, but through Acharya, through teaching, Upadeshataha, through the teaching from Acharya, and Acharya is teaching nothing but scriptures only. This is called Shastra Acharya Upadeshataha. So one who able to see everything is nothing but one consciousness. All beings is so different, but all different beings are in one consciousness. They understood through teaching of scriptures through Acharya. Matva means having understood properly. This is not only understood, but Atma Pratyakstvena Pashyati. Atma Pratyakshatvena, one who is, Pratyakshena, they see, I am not separate from them. This is called Atma Pratyaksha. This is directly in me. Pratyaksha is directly. Atma means me. One who sees directly in me, all beings are available. Pashyati, one who sees like that. And Shankaracharya has given the quotation of one of Atma eva idam sarvam. This is given Atma eva idam sarvam. All Jagat is nothing but it is me only. This is called Atma, means consciousness, which is me. Eva, indeed, idam sarvam. In front of me, whatever I am seeing is nothing but myself only. And if we are seeing different beings, these all beings are available in me. This is called Atma Eva Idam Sarvam. Tataha Eva Cha Vistaram. Tataha means this consciousness is as though, projected everywhere. That's why he says Tataha Eva Cha. Tataha means because of this of one vision of oneness, Tasmad Eva Cha. From that only, Tasmad, the meaning is from that consciousness, Vistaram, in front of me, world, whatever available is called Vistaram or projection. But really it is not projection, but Utpattim. The creation of all being is not from anything else but me only. Vikasam. And Shankaracharya has given the one from Chandogya Upanishad good quotation. So he says, Atmataha pranaha. From me only this prana is available. Prana is not for individual, prana is for total. From me, this prana, from me, they say Atma eva pranam, same Atmataha asha. From me only, if any desire, it comes from me only. Not for one particular person, but anybody's asha, hope. Asha means hope. Any type of desire, it goes asha. So anybody desire, they can desire because of consciousness, and that consciousness is me only. This is called Atmataha Asha. Here Atmataha Smara. Whatever Smara means memories. May you remember. So Smara is memory. A person is can able to memorize this. They say Atmataha because of consciousness. Atmataha Akashaha. The space, if we are able to see surrounding us, is called Akashaha, space, Atmataha, because of consciousness. This Atmataha is 5 by 1, but it is a Hetu Panchami. Hetu Panchami means because of me, because of consciousness, and I am not separate from consciousness. That's why because of this consciousness which is me, this space is also Atmataha Tejaha. The brilliance of this sun which is available in whole earth is because of consciousness, and that consciousness is me. Atmataha Apaha. This Jalatattva is Atmataha, is from consciousness only. Atmataha Avirbhavaha. Avirbhavaha means come into being, manifestation. So from consciousness only, whole Jagat is come into being. And again, Tiro Bhavaha, it resolves in Atma also. Tiro Bhavaha, it resolves. The meaning is whole Pancha Mahabhuta is from consciousness. Even whatever we think is from consciousness, whatever we remember is from consciousness, and whole Jagat, Avirbhavaha, manifestation is from consciousness, and that Jagat resolves is also consciousness. This is called Vistaram. They're talking about Vistaram. The Vistaram is in this way, whole Jagat is not separate from consciousness, and that consciousness is me. And the last one is Atmataha Annam. Annam, if we take according to Chandogya Upanishad, then Annam is called Earth, Mother Earth, last Mahabhuta. And generally we can say as a food also. So our food or earth, even because of consciousness only. So in Chandogya Upanishad, 7th chapter, 26th Khanda and first mantra, it explains whole Jagat is nothing but manifestation of consciousness in different name, different forms. He says iti. Iti means in this manner, evam, indeed, adi prakarehi, by the different manners, vistaram. So this consciousness is just spreaded out in different types, different manner in the form of whole Jagat. Yada pashyati. When a person can able to understand this, here pashyat is not we are looking like a car or tree, but pashyati, I can say the meaning of pashyati means one who understand, one who assimilated, one who digested. This is called pashyati. So here the meaning of pashyati, assimilated. So one who is assimilated this vision, not separate from me, such person, Brahma Sampadyate, it is given in Bhashyam. The meaning is that person becomes Brahman. Brahma eva bhavati. That is though that person becomes Brahma. Really speaking, we are not separate from Brahma. But we think we are separate from Brahma, but that thinking also goes. Brahmavit Brahmeva Bhavati. In Mundak Upanishad, there is a one line. If I write here, I can write here 1 minute. Brahmavit Brahma Eva Bhavati. The meaning is with means to know. Brahmavit means knower of Brahman. The knower of Brahman becomes Brahmeva. Eva means indeed. Bhavati means becomes. Brahma Eva. The knower of Brahma, the person is called Brahmavit. The knower of Brahma becomes Brahma. Like 10th boy becomes a 10th. They not do any transformation. Only by knowing one understand I am not separate from Brahman. There are only 3 lines we have to understand. In my understanding, 3 lines is first line. I used to say first line is Ishvara is not separate from me. This is first line we have to assimilate. When we say Ishvara is not separate from me, means the meaning is I am Ishvara. And if I say I am Ishvara, then Ishvara is nothing but Jagat is equal to universe. And if I am not separate from Ishvara, then I am also whole universe. This is, if we can understand, is called Brahma. Tasmin kale Brahma sampadyate. That person gains Brahman, attains Brahman. The meaning of attains Brahman means Brahma eva bhavati. That person becomes Brahman. The meaning is he knows I am not separate from Brahman. I am the one Brahman only. This is called Brahma Bhavati. Tada. Tada means at that time. Tasmin Kale. So at that time, Tasmin Kale, when he understood, when this knowledge take place, I am not separate from Brahman, it is called, he becomes a Brahman. So having told this, next verse, before starting the verse, Shankaracharya ji has told, if the person becomes everything, after knowledge, a person knows I am only conscious being and all beings are in me, then the problem of that beings may be in me also. Person may think. That's why he says, Ekasya, Shankaracharya has given one just logic, Ekasya Atmanah. The meaning is Atma, one only. Atma is equal to one. So one who is really would like to know about, but in Sanskritam, Ekasya is 6 by 1, Atmanaha is also 6 by 1. Even you can put both in first nominative, then Ekaha, Atma. Atma is only one. This is they would like to convey. Ekasya Atmanaha means Atma is only one. In this one Atma, where it is available, Sarva Deha Atmatve. This one consciousness is available in everybody's body. And whatever the problem of that body may this consciousness get, then what will the problem? If we are person individual, we have one problem and we are suffering for one problem, and one, if we can able to see every being in me, the problems of every being, I can have that problem, no? That's why he says, Sarva Dehatmame Atmatve Tat Dosha Sambandhe. Then the problem related to another people is also prapte. We may get the problem. Then what will happen? So everybody's problem will occur in me. Then we are the most dukhi, painful person, because I'm just taking everybody's pain, because each and every person has some or others. Dosha means defect, and that defect will get by this Atmagnani. Then what will happen? That person is the most dukhi person. Can it possible? So they say no. That's why idam uchyate. It cannot possible like this to convey this idea. Bhagavan has given the 31st verse. So he says, the what is the nature of this consciousness? Is just given the nature of consciousness is anaditvat. This consciousness is nirgunatvat. It is written nirgunatvat paramatma ayam avyayah. So what is the nature of this Chaitanya or consciousness? So Bhagavan has given some adjective. Anaditvat. One word is called Adi in Sanskrit. The meaning of Adi is beginning. But one who doesn't have Adi, it is called An plus Adi. It is called Anadi. So Anaditvat, the nature of consciousness or Paramatma, it doesn't have beginning. When we say it doesn't have beginning, means there is a no birth. If there is a no birth, then no death. And problem is occur where? When the body is there. And there is a no body, means no deha, then there is no problem. So because of being beginningless, nirgunatvat, we know there is a three guna in both bodies, subtle body as well as gross body, but really speaking, the consciousness is nirgunaha. It doesn't have any type of quality like sattva, rajas, and tamas. If sattva, rajas, tamas is there, then sattva quality is happiness, rajoguna quality is too much workaholic, and tamogun is this dullness. But nirgunatvat, the consciousness being the absence of this quality, and avyaya, same thing, vyaya is declination. But there is a no vyaya, there is a no change. The avyaya is called changeless. This consciousness doesn't have beginning. This consciousness doesn't have any type of guna, and this consciousness is changeless. So, being the nature of changeless, sharirastha api, the consciousness, sharirastha, remain or obtaining inside the body, na karoti, na lipyate. This consciousness doesn't do anything, na karoti, and at the same time, na lipyate. So it cannot be affected by anything. Lipyate means affected. When we consider ourselves, I am sthula or sukshma sharira, then only lipyate. Then we feel, oh, I have done this, I should not do. But electricity doesn't have any type of effect. If even bulb, the best example I always say is electricity. This is the bulb. In bulb there is the tungsten wire, always I used to show, and this tungsten wire, and here electricity. Because of electricity, tungsten wire just lighted up, and because of this tungsten wire lighted up, outer layer of this bulb is also lighted up. If sometime the bulb destroy, electricity is not affected. Same way, if tungsten wire goes off, electricity is not affected. Not affected is called na lipyate. And electricity, if we can say now electricity is is lightning, no, we say because of electricity this bulb is lighted. That's why electricity doesn't do anything. Same way the consciousness is sitting inside the body, it makes this body light. If our subtle body is live, and because of the subtle body, this sthula body, this gross body is as though live. And then both subtle body and gross body, they do different function, but really speaking, the consciousness doesn't do. Even though sharirastha, api means even though sharirastha, this is sitting inside, abiding inside, obtaining inside the body, but this consciousness is not affected by the activity of gross and subtle body, and at the same time the consciousness knows I do not do anything. And why this doesn't do anything? The nature of consciousness is, Bhagavan has said, anaditva. It is not connected with any body. Anadi. This body has adi. This gross body has birth adi. This body will come have death also, but consciousness is anadi, is only just available, obtaining in this body. This body has nirgunam, means body has guna. Sthula sukha means sattva, rajas, tama, but really speaking, the consciousness doesn't have any guna, so it cannot affect it. And same way, body, vyeti, is undergoes change, but this consciousness, avyaya, And the other name of this consciousness is Paramatma. Really speaking, Paramatma is, if I write here, the meaning of Paramatma. Param, we can say limitless. The meaning of Param, really speaking, is called limitless. And Atma is called consciousness. So Paramatma means limitless consciousness. This limitless consciousness has the quality, never undergoes any change, changeless. This limitless consciousness being beginningless, this limitless consciousness being not connected with any guna, na karoti, na lipyate. This consciousness inside, in spite of obtaining in the body, it doesn't do anything, and it is not affected by no punya and papa for consciousness. This is consciousness is not sitting somewhere, this is me only. This is my real nature. Yaha pashyati, sab pashyati. Actually, one who see like this, and this pashyam we will see tomorrow. So, any question? No question?
My query is regarding that grammar portion we had seen, no? Just, Upasana Yoga. So, what is that SG?
One
They
minute.
explain any word and they
This is I can make it big, full screen. Then
The same sloka we were seeing, no?
my book PDF, 1 minute. Upasana Yoga. Yeah, so now 13th chapter, 30th verse.
Yeah, same.
Hmm.
For Yada, in bracket it is SG
It's
6.19.
9. So
Yes.
you have to see this abbreviated form which he must have given somewhere.
Okay. Because many places SC is there and I
So
didn't understand.
expand by all phases, expand by all. So if I will check and here they must have given somewhere the meaning of SG. Let me check. No, 30th. So yada means it is actually indeclinable, but what is the meaning? It is a pregnant yada in SG 69. So I will check, but it must be somewhere. X6 everywhere if you check.
Yes, yes, many places.
So ekastham. So some here also SG. So there must be in his understanding he has given some abbreviated form of SG. So I will check and I will put in our group. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand. SG516, SG243, SG. I will check his in beginning he must have given the abbreviated form what he have given. That will check and I will let you know. Okay. Stop. Sorry. Anything? Om Purnamadav
Namara
Purnamidam
Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
Dhamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamataya
Purnamadaaya
Purnameva Drishyate.
Om Shanti.
Shanti, Shanti.
Hari
Hari Om.
Shri
Shri
Guru
Guru
Namaha.
Hari Om.